crazy.
But then I was like, no, we'll name a sad song, and then we changed the name of the EP to Honeydew, and I was like, oh, that's much, yeah. It just encompasses everything much better, I feel like.
For sure, for sure. Is that how you usually go about the projects? It's like you title it after, or do you go in with like, yo, I have a vision. I'm at this, for a whole concept from beginning to end, and this is what it's going to be called.
I want to say it just depends, because one of my project, Past 100 Days, I had that idea after, and then my Finally EP, I wanted to name it the Finally EP before I even started it. So it just depends on the project, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, like for me, that's how it all happened. It's just, yeah, it just depends on the project for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never really thought about it. That's a good question.
Yeah, for sure. Do you create with like your fans in mind? Like, I know as a writer, like I'm always thinking about like my audience, and I'm like, okay, I want them to still know it's me, but still, you know, get the bulk of the article and understand, you know, what they need to get from their piece. So do you create with like your fans in mind, or is it just like, I'm an artist, I'm gonna just create because this is something that I love, and you know, hopefully everybody else loves it?
I definitely think of the fans a lot when I create. I mean, there are of course songs where I'm just making a song to make a song, you know, and I'm just creating it not necessarily with that in mind, you know. But a lot of my music, you know, especially when I'm choosing songs for an EP, I always think of like what is it going to sound like live, right? Because you know, eventually you're gonna have to go out and tour this music, and it's like I want to have fun performing the show, you know, like you have to enjoy performing your music, you know.
Right.
So whenever I'm choosing a project, I always think of how will the fans react live to it. So honestly, at the end of the day, yeah, I do. At the end of the day, yeah, like always think of the fans when I'm creating and making a project, you know, because I always want the live show and the fans to have a good time listening to it. So
for sure, for sure. I feel like that's like a lot of pressure though, in a way, because it's just like when you, as an artist, it's like you want to be great and you want to be critical like of your own self, then you have that like pressure of like the fans accepting and like having positive feelings about what you created. That's a lot of pressure.
yeah, there is pressure. There's always pressure, you know. It's like, so I try and just work through that, you know. There's always going to be pressure. So because I used to pressure myself thinking about pressure.
Yeah.
And so I had to stop that because I was driving myself insane. I was going crazy, right? Like I just couldn't, I couldn't create with a full focused mind, you know. I needed to, you know, sever that way of thinking, you know. Don't stress myself out about thinking about being stressed.
Yeah.
You know, you got to try and work through it and find a solution. That's like what I always say. It's like, find a solution, solution. That's what I always tell myself, you know. For me, that works, you know. That's just my own personal way of kind of dealing with that, you know.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. But honestly, once I step on stage, I don't think about anything. I'm just having a good time. Like all the pressure goes away once I'm on the stage. It's so much fun. Oh damn, I missed tour. Oh man.
Yeah, I think everybody missed like concerts. I miss concerts so much. I miss festivals so much. I miss just being out there with the energy is like amazing. It's I didn't realize how much I took it for granted until it was gone, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like even like the little things,
Yes.
like toilet paper
Toilet
and and paper towels.
paper. It's like you have to quietly say those words because,
I know that they're gonna break into the house. So
For sure. I know.
they're gonna get our toilet paper.
Yeah. No, definitely. Everything, just the convenience of going to your favorite bar, going to the grocery store, really, and just being able to pick up a potato because you need it and not
Yeah,
waiting an hour-long line. It's just like so many things that I took for granted. And
definitely.
now I'm like, wow, like I really appreciate so many conveniences in my life that I haven't, even thought about before.
Yeah, 100%. That is so so true.
People are
Um,
asking about where's
oh man,
Dak?
Dak and Brody. Yes. So okay, so we're coming back. We started our so this it's this little thing that me and my buddy Jonah Murray, we are a duo. We're called Dak and Brody. And
Okay.
it's like a parody YouTube show, and it's hilarious. It's
Oh
really, really
no.
funny. Yeah, you can go check it out. And so we dropped like the first episode, and then just COVID started, and there were just a lot more important things that needed to be talked about, and just dropping a Dak and Brody episode was just not appropriate, like at all. Like, just not the right
He
time.
was like, I'm gonna just put that on hold.
So we put it all on like the back burners, but we're dropping it soon. We're dropping it soon. We just gotta finish it. So yeah.
That's
But
what's
we're
up.
working on it, y'all. Do not worry. Do not fret. We
Yeah,
got you.
that's what's up. How did that come about? Like,
We were on tour. I was on tour with Why Don't We? I was opening up for them, and we were just bored in the green room and just started this parody thing. And we were like, what if we made a show? It's like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, but
yeah.
it's like Dak and Brody, and they're like a DJ duo, and they were like put together by the label Pacific Records.
Yeah.
And
That's hilarious.
yeah, it's really really funny. It's just outrageous and just ridiculous. So yeah, you should go watch it. It's really funny.
I love that. It sounds hilarious. I love Zach and Cody. So that's funny.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
That's good.
So
Are you?
yeah.
Is that what's next? Acting? Are you gonna make
Yeah,
that
it's fun.
big?
I mean, I was an actor before I was a singer, so like I definitely want to get back into acting for sure. And I'm not touring this year, so I've had conversations about that, which is dope because I'd love to get back into it. I was a musical theater kid growing up,
Crazy.
so yeah, I'd love to get back into it. It'd be,
What's your dream
really,
role?
really fun. My dream role, man, I want to play a superhero in a Marvel movie.
I think that's every
That's a,
role.
that would be sick. That'd be dope. That'd be so fun.
That would be sick.
That would be so so sick.
After that, you just retire.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. No, I'm not working another day of my life. Are you kidding me? I've lived it to the fullest that I could, live life.
This is it. This is the pinnacle. Like,
Yeah, it's the pinnacle.
I'm done. I can retire, and you won't see me ever again.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, you'll catch me on a beach, same spot every day,
Yes.
and I'm gonna just be catching a vibe.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing.
It's gonna happen. We're gonna put that out there. We're gonna come back
Yeah.
and talk, and I'm be like, so about your Marvel movie. You're like, what?
Oh man, I hope that happens.
That would be amazing. That'll be dope for sure. So, who do you plan on working with on your future project? If you can say, if not, then who do you want to work with that you have yet to work?
Man, I mean, my dream collabs, like I would love to, I'd love to do something like with Brockhampton, like
Mm-hmm.
Travis Scott, Anderson Paak. I've always loved Chance the Rapper. Like Chance the Rapper is definitely like he's like one of my top three artists like ever. So there's so many just dream collabs that I would want to do, but I can't say anything about stuff in the next project.
Right.
But those are definitely some dream collabs. Like yeah,
Yeah.
so, I'd love to do something like Elton John, like.
Oh,